As you know, Leah, there are critics of this world who say, for example, that digital tokens and cryptocurrency reminds them of a Ponzi scheme, that there's no intrinsic value. You buy a share of Apple, there are real products behind that. How do you answer that it might be a Ponzi scheme or like going to the casino?
I couldn't disagree more. The fundamentals are very clear. I think previously it was a little more difficult to discern the fundamentals behind some of the cryptocurrencies. And you had to look more at the technicals and maybe have a little bit better of technical understanding yourself of what you're looking at. But at this point, many of the companies are, as an example, if you look at we have a miners ETF. The miners that are listed within this equities ETF are publicly listed. All their financial statements are just the same as Apple or Microsoft, right? And when it comes to some of the coins, you can also see financial statements and see who's behind it. But there is a very negative understanding or belief, I should say, on the Hill. I mean, just weeks ago, Representative Himes, who's going to be on next, said on Capitol Hill that despots, terrorists, and money launderers are benefiting from unregulated crypto. There hasn't been any evidence of this so far. So, we'd welcome for him to present it. If he has any proof that this activity is occurring, definitely we as an industry would love nothing more to eliminate these bad actors from the ecosystem. There's this wonderful gentleman, Hennerod at Solidus Labs, that said sunlight is the best disinfectant, and I think that that's true. That kind of goes into what a lot of people and media are talking about right now, which is very important on sanction invasion as well, which again, anecdotally, we aren't seeing the evidence of sanctioned oligarchs, financial firms, or the Russian government using digital assets on any meaningful scale to get around these restrictions currently in place. Unlike the traditional financial sector, all digital asset transactions are publicly viewable on an immutable blockchain. And there are various monitoring services also that scan for such activity to alert authorities and others in the event of potentially nefarious activity. So, we would notice larger asset movements on the blockchain, which anyone can see. It's far easier to hide cash, which is the truth. So no sanction invaders, would be able to even perform this because you would also need a fiat off ramp to convert their digital assets into cash. So to your point, I think broad spectrum. There's many ways to discern whether you're looking at the fundamentals of a company, the fundamentals of a project, or again, even trying to extrapolate it further beyond Ponzi schemes into nefarious activity that is just a misunderstood narrative.